Welcome back, guys. Hey, it is 2018. Or if you are a conspiracy theorist, it's like 2300. Anyway, I hope you're well. I hope everyone came into the new year safely. I hope that you set some goals for yourself or resolutions if you like. Up to you. But whatever it is, I hope you're happy and vibrating highly in 2018. I was gifted some crystals by Kiva. Thanks to Kiva. And I'm so excited. I had to clean them and cleanse them. So I thought I'd make a video because you know I'm in Jamaica just making up videos. Anyway, these are beautiful. I have this lovely large Amethyst Geode, and a geode is basically a rock that has formed crystals inside of it. Okay, so the rock is hollowed out and the crystals form inside of them. It's absolutely large and beautiful, like my personality. And the geode is kind of like a womb. So when you see this type of formation, you almost always think of creation, right? So this is great for creativity. It's great for psychic awareness. It's great for that third eye work. And it's also my freaking birthstone. It's also almost my birthday. The selenite is great for protection. You'll see a lot of empaths actually use this stone. It's great to put up barriers and shields around you. And I do recommend that as a top choice when you're first starting out. And the quartz crystal is a great master healer stone, and it's an amplifier, so it does rev up anything that's around it. And that's another must-have in your collection when you're just starting out. So listen, when you first get your crystals, whether you buy them or you're gifted them, like I was gifted, you have to clean them and cleanse them. So there's two different things I'm going to be discussing briefly. It's a tutorial that's going to be brief, not extensive, okay? So the first thing I would say is clean it because they're probably dirty. And what I mean by that, wash them. But you would first have to know the type of crystals that you have so that you know whether you can soak them, use soap on them, or just use a dry rag, okay? So for this video, I'm showing you how I'm soaking the geode because it's a rock. It can take it. I'm soaking it, and I did add some dishwashing liquid into this water. And I'm also swishing the water around with my hands. Excuse my hands, I didn't do my nails yet. And then you'll notice for the crystal, I am rubbing it, but I also did take a little brush to it because it had some flakes of some sort on it. And because that's a hard substance, it's one of the hardest ones, it can take a more aggressive cleaning. The selenite, I am actually just buffing with a wet rag, or may have been damp, because this actually cannot go into the water, okay, because it will break down. It's a very soft material, this crystal, so you don't want to actually soak this or get it too wet, okay? So that's how I cleaned the crystals. And now I'm going to go into cleansing them. So when you cleanse your crystal, you're doing this with the intent of removing the energy from the previous persons that may have either sold or bought them, or given them to you, okay? You want to get rid of that energy and impart your own energy. So after I clean them, I dry them in the sun. Well, in direct sun, not in a direct sun, because some crystals will break down in the sun. So you have to just allow them to dry in the sun, but indirectly, if you understand what I'm saying. Some crystals, again, I repeat, will break down if you dry them in direct sun. So you cannot do that, but you want to dry them naturally. And then once I allowed them to dry, then I had to decide how I wanted to cleanse them spiritually and charge them. What I decided to do is moonlight overnight. Some people will smudge. I don't have any of my sage here. Some people actually hold and program with their hands. Some people will bury them in earth. I'm not doing that as well because I have the red clay dirt, so I don't want to do that and have to clean them all over again. Some people use salt, and I do like salt, but I'm using the moon because the stones are larger. When you use salt, you have to remember to dispose of the salt because it is now absorbing all of the negative energy and all of the foreign energy from whoever has had these materials prior, and you don't want to reuse the salt, okay? So get rid of that. Each crystal is going to work different for each person. You have to figure out how they're working with you and your body. And the only way you're going to know that is to actually use them. You can use them in energy work. You can use them in meditation. If you're reading, doing tarot, concentration drills. So, just educate yourself. The material is out there on the internet. Everything you probably want to know. So, again, mine are going out in the moonlight. Some people will charge them in the sun, but if this stone or crystal cannot be in the sun, that's not a great option. And the only way you're going to know that is by researching these crystals when you start to collect them, okay? Mine are going out in the moonlight overnight, so they'll be there for a good amount of time. And in the morning, I will take them, bless them, anoint them, and then I have to figure out how to display them because I'm so excited. I just want to see them all the time. So I have to figure out how to set them up in my spa room, right, with my tarot cards. Yeah. And make it very pretty. So that's my video. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, Om Shrim Brizzy.